I knew something was wrong the moment we walked into the party. Usually, Laura held my arm, introduced me proudly, and made sure I was part of every conversation. But that night, it was as if I didn't exist. She slipped away the second we entered, drifting toward her friends with a smile that never once reached me. I tried to brush it off. Maybe she was just excited. Maybe she wanted some space. But as the hours ticked by, I realized she wasn't just distracted. She was ignoring me. Every time I approached, she turned her shoulder, eyes glued to her phone or locked on someone across the room. I stood there, drink in hand, surrounded by laughter, yet completely alone. I watched her from a distance. She laughed too hard at jokes I couldn't hear, leaned in too close when speaking to one particular man I didn't recognize. She barely glanced my way, and when she did, her eyes slid past me as if I were invisible. Humiliation burned through me. People noticed. I saw the sideways looks, the whispers. I couldn't take it anymore. I left quietly, slipping out into the cool night without saying goodbye. My chest was heavy, my pride shattered. The drive home was a blur, headlights stretching into streaks as I replayed every moment in my head. When I finally walked through the door of our home, silence wrapped around me like a blanket. I tossed my keys on the table, sat on the couch, and stared at my phone. I didn't want to text her, didn't want to beg for attention. If she wanted to ignore me, fine. Let her. But then my phone buzzed. It was from Laura. My hands trembled as I opened the message. And in that instant, the truth hit me harder than anything I'd imagined. He couldn't stay after all. Wish I'd left with you instead. Guess I'll see you at home. I read it again and again, my stomach twisting. He couldn't stay after all. She wasn't ignoring me out of boredom or frustration. She had been waiting for him. The man I saw her leaning toward. The stranger who made her laugh like I hadn't seen in months. She had planned to leave the party with him, to spend the night with someone who wasn't me. The betrayal was written right there, plain as day, in a text she hadn't meant for me. My blood ran cold. She thought she was messaging him. I sat frozen, my chest hollow, my mind racing. The hours I had stood alone at that party, feeling like a ghost, suddenly made sense. I wasn't invisible. I was an obstacle. An afterthought. A man being quietly replaced. When she finally came home, her heels clicking against the floor, she smiled faintly. You left early, she said softly, almost guilty. I didn't answer. I just held up my phone, her message glowing on the screen. Her face crumbled instantly. She staggered, her lips parting, searching for words. But I didn't need to hear them. The truth was already carved into me, sharp and permanent. She had ignored me the whole party, because she was never really there for me at all. And now I wasn't sure she ever would be again.